Russia imported goods for military equipment with a total value of almost 450 million euros from the EU in the first 9 months of 2023. Despite sanctions, the rest of the imports went through Turkey, the United Arab Emirates, Serbia, China, as well as states neighboring the Federation, Uzbekistan, Kazakhstan, Kyrgyzstan, Armenia.
While data show that EU's direct official trade with Russia in sensitive goods collapsed after the full-scale war began, exports of those goods from the bloc to third countries surged to fill the gap completely. Subsidiaries and subcontractors of some European firms operating abroad are producing sanctioned items and exporting them to Russia through intermediaries in middle countries. From the Bloomberg agency publication.
Russian banks, metallurgical coal transport enterprises. On the eve of the second anniversary of Russia's full-scale war against Ukraine, the United States imposed export restrictions on 93 companies, 30 of which are not from Russia. The list includes 8 enterprises from China, 16 from Turkey, 4 from the UAE, 2 from Kyrgyzstan, and 1 each from India and South Korea. The 13th package of economic restrictions of the European Union, also adopted on February the 23rd, including companies from India, Sri Lanka, China, Serbia, Kazakhstan, Thailand and Turkey, those that helped Moscow in its anti-sanctions fraud.
Это будет эффект домино.
It will be a domino effect. Other companies that are currently cooperating with Russia, circumventing sanctions, will try to curtail this activity as quickly as possible. This will be approximately what is happening now with the banks of China. As soon as the Americans announced that they would begin to punish banks for conducting financial transactions with prohibited goods with Russia, Chinese banks immediately began to close accounts.
Washington's warning came in December 2023, despite the fact that the United States has never resorted to using the new decree imposing sanctions against foreign financial institutions. The warning bore fruit. Financial flows between Russia and countries such as Turkey, the United Arab Emirates and Kazakhstan have declined. This is evidenced by financial reports at the disposal of the US Treasury.
I have seen a significant difference in terms of financial flows that have been transactions, potentially being blocked by institutions. They are taking a more cautious approach with regard to doing any business with Russia, which is exactly what we wanted. And these were large banks, who knew that they were in focus and wanted to make sure they're on the right side, because ultimately for them, even though they may do some business with Russia, it pales in comparison to the amount of business they do with the United States, or the business they do in dollar. Wally Adeyemo, United States Deputy Secretary of the Treasury, in an interview with Reuters.
The refusal of foreign companies to cooperate with Russia will not only deprive it of the opportunity to use some grey input schemes, which means it will not receive enough elements of military equipment necessary to continue the aggression against Ukraine. This will also reduce the variety of products on the shelves of supermarkets and hardware stores. Thus, 3 leading Western manufacturers of consumer electronics will close their lost stores in Russia. The companies will sell off their remains and finally leave the market of the aggressor country. There will be no new supplies due to sanctions. In total, due to economic restrictions, Russia has lost $400 billion, said Prime Minister of Ukraine Denis Shmyhal. In terms of potential exports, the Federation is short by $170 billion. Reported by Diana Kolesnik, Valeria Nekipelova, UATV News.